Alrighty, gonna get started. Sorry for the delay. I'm learning all sorts of things about streaming. I'm getting better at it each time though. Alright, so this stream is going to be similar to last week's, except I'm going to be doing more building of the perler beads. I might still do a few tests, but a lot of this is going to be building, by which I mean actually fusing together the beads and joining them with the jump rings and all that fun stuff. So you can kind of see what that process is. So first of all, though, I wanted to show, hi hand, here. I wanted to show what the changes were from last week. So let me just get that up on the stream. Let's see. Here we are. Okay. Yeah, so that's a new one. Let's see if I can get the old one. Definitely not that. Thanks, Microsoft. All right. Here we are. Okay, so that's gonna be what the old one. Let me just there. Okay, so it should be up now. All right, so that's what we came up with last week. And then here's what I did with revisions from input from family members. This is what I got for this week. No, we don't want a duplicate. We want this one, I believe. Yes, cool. Okay. As you can see, the palm tree morphed into a unicorn. But no, I decided to drop the palm tree. I did some more revisions on the dragon. Here, let me make this just a little bit bigger for now. It'll go away soon. I did a few more revisions on the dragon, as you can see. I got some feedback to extend the wing a little bit, which I really like a lot. And then I also tried a smaller version. I'm not sure if it's quite there yet. I might take one more try at it in a bit. But I'm really happy with the medium-sized bass clef, the one in the upper left-hand corner, as opposed to the really big one that I had before. The constellations, I went a totally different route with this, okay? So that when I was doing the Big Dipper, these ones actually, the center one and the lower right one, so these ones that are black with these glow-in-the-dark beads with them, is actually the constellation for Leo, okay? And then the one to the left, I gave a try at Virgo, okay? Then the bottom right, a unicorn. Unicorn, just, just unicorns, right? Oh man, okay. The constellation one is really, really growing on me. So, like I said, I'm going to see what I'm going to go with. I might take another try at the dragon. I think the bass clef I'm definitely going to add to my shop. Like I said, I really like the medium-sized one. A family member of mine really likes the bottom one. I did have these in person, but my dear kitties knocked them over. So I'm going to have to rebuild them. So thank goodness I have pictures. But yeah, I don't know. The constellation is really, really growing on me. If anything, I might make it for me. I'll see if I add it to the shop or not. All right. But I think definitely bass clef. And definitely one other one. Let me just get rid of these. Okay. Definitely one other one. And that is this. I love this one so much. It's a rainbow. It makes me so happy. I am so incredibly overjoyed with how it turned out. It is by far one of my favorite perlers that I've ever made. So that's the rainbow. And I think kind of to warm up a little bit, that's going to be what I'm going to start with. So this is clearly one that I've already made. It has jump rings already attached. The reason why I have 2 of these, let me get them more in the camera. This way. Oh, that's why. It's facing the other way. Let me see if I can change the orientation super quick. There. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense to my brain. I was like, I'm not holding it in that hand. Okay. So it has the jump rings on it. And the reason why it has 2 of these is actually for stability. If there was only one there, with there being 4 beads on the top, it would not be very stable, or it would tilt to one side or the other. So this is usually what I do when I have something that has 4 on the top. Or alternatively, like if it was this way, I would do it probably from these purple beads and connect them together from the top and going up like that. So that's usually my kind of workaround for that, if there isn't an odd number of beads at the top, and I would just put it in the center, or otherwise some other center point that would keep it straight. So this is what I'm going to be building today. And like I said, might do a few more tests, but that's going to be what I'm going to start with. All right, so I got all my beads right here. I think I used, what did I use? I want to say I used this purple and definitely yellow. You're just going to have all the colors of the rainbow here. Let's see, I have lots of different colors in here. That's pink. I actually didn't use pink for this. Definitely used orange. See if you can see these a bit better. Definitely used orange. What other beads are in this one? I have a lot of beads. Was it this green? I think it was this green. Yeah. I'll make sure. I have a few different greens, and some of them are not terribly different from each other, but it does make a difference, if that makes sense. Okay. I don't think that's any more in this container of perlers. Alright, so I'm going to dig into my other box. And I think, well, I might use these jump rings today, but more likely I'll just use the ones that I still have. The reason I got these was because I was starting to run out of my other ones. Oh good, my tweezers. That's something I really need. I'm glad I found those. Alright, oh good. Here's the blue, I believe. Here's the red. There we got red, orange, yellow. Yeah, here's the other green. So I think I'll have to pull them out and see. I'm pretty sure it is this lower one, but I'll see. Okay. And then blue. Where's my blue? Here. And I kind of like this blue. It doesn't work for some things, but it's almost a little bit more dusty in a way. It's not so vibrant, say, such as this one. So it's kind of nice that way. It works, I think, really well with this purple that's also a little bit more dusty, which is part of the reason why I used it. I think that's all the colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Cool. All right, so put this box to the side. So I'm absolutely surrounded by perlers. Oh, as a side note, I love this color. I love this color so much. I don't think it comes across as well on the camera. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay, yeah. Fuchsia. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it so much. I've only used it, I think, in one thing so far. That isn't even on the shop yet. But I really like it a lot. I also really, really like these two. These two together. I'll remember. Put it to the right more. I think it's such a cool color combination. It's cream or creme or whatever. And what is it? Crane apple. Crane apple. I think it's a really awesome color combination. I just haven't found something that would work for it. So one day I definitely will. All right. So I'm gonna probably actually move this. This is my huge thing of all sorts of perlers and stuff like that. Doesn't even fit on the camera. Trust me though, it's a big 10 of them. That was actually like Christmas cookies or something like that, or chocolates rather. All right, and here's my reference. Okay, the nice thing too is that it is a symmetrical shape, so I don't need to worry so much about matching the sides or getting the sides, what am I trying to say? Getting the orientation correct when I'm doing this. There's another design that's on my website, that is the rose design, that I think when I was taking photos of it, a few times I had it at the wrong orientation, and I was just like, wait, that doesn't look right, and I had to kind of turn it around a few times to get it right. So just a bit more red. I really, really, really love how this one turned out. My mom wanted a rainbow, and I was just like, okay, I can do that. And I tried to come up with a few different designs, because knowing that, obviously, this one is mounted, this one up here is mounted to be an earring. Obviously, it's got the hook on it. I try to keep in mind the size, and especially the horizontal length of it, or I guess the width. I try to keep all of that in mind when I'm doing these, because they're going to be worn. And so, obviously, a rainbow has 6 colors. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Yes, 6 colors. I guess if you call, do the real Roy G. Biv or whatever, it's indigo, violet, but I'm just going with these colors. So 6 colors. And if I did a stripe of each of them, it would have been really, really big, which is why I've kind of simplified it. So this orange doesn't actually go all the way down. It gets taken over by the yellow, and then the green, and then the blue. So that way I could get every color represented, but not have them be, but have all of them represented, but not use them all in an arch, which would make the total design really, really big. So, almost done with this rainbow, actually. Making sure to zip up these beads, because if you saw the other stream, I definitely had an instance where I didn't zip them up. Not on stream, just when I was working on them personally. And they just exploded all over one of my boxes, and I was like, and they're not the greatest to pick up. You know, I'm gonna replace this one. Sometimes, like, either the age or just like the make of the bead, it'll look a slightly different color. So I'm gonna actually replace this with a different one. Okay. And it's like this really, really, really minute difference. But it's just, I try to be a little bit aware of it. Okay, there's our green. I'll go ahead and toss this green back in the box. Now we got the blue. Okay. And then last we'll have the purple. So what I'll do is I will finish up these 2 rainbows, and then I'm gonna go ahead and iron them, melt them. I got my iron right beside me. We'll see how ironing goes on stream. I got no clue how it's gonna go, or how much you guys will be able to see of it. But you know, it's gonna be a point of discovery, is what it's gonna be. Okay, so that one's done. I'm gonna set this to the side. I guess a little bit further up, I'm gonna grab one of my other pegboards, and I'm gonna start the next one. So I'm gonna finish both of these before I melt both of them. And then probably I'll either do some more revisions on the designs from last week, or I'll go ahead and make some. But I'll see. Kind of letting it stew in my brain a little bit. But what I was saying earlier about the constellation design for Leo, it's growing on me. I think I might. I'm still not entirely sure if I'm gonna add it to the shop. Excuse me. This rainbow though is definitely getting added to the shop. I love it so much. Whoops. That one should be 4. Yeah, once I've made a design a few times, it's actually really pretty easy to put it together a few more times. I start to kind of remember the numbers and stuff like that. Alright, now we got orange, which I really like this orange a lot. It's a bit more of a yellow orange. It's very bright and happy though. I like that it's not super saturated either. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna do the yellow. But no, so I'll melt both of them. I can see the melting. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the earring part of it. So the jump rings and such on one of them. I do need to keep one of them not with any jump rings on it for now so that I can take photos of it as just the Perler Bead kind of sprite. But I will do it for at least one of them so that you guys can see. Alright. Yeah, and I think this green also really goes well with the orange. I think probably better than the brighter green that I had. Okay, blue. I love how my table looks right now. It's all rainbows. So many rainbows. Alright. But I'll see. I could even actually do a few more tests during this stream. Because I really try to get the absolute best designs that I can to be put up on the shop. Like the rainbow. It's the rainbow that I love. But I'll think about it. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. There we are. Okay, so both of these are now all put together. I'm going to make sure all my bags are closed. Alright. Yep, all these rainbow bags. Yay! Look at all the rainbows. So, oh, whoops. Alright. Okay, so here are my 2 ones. I don't think both of them show up on the stream. Let's see. Yeah, they kind of partially do. Alright, well, we'll just do kind of one at a time anyways. Alright. I'm going to put this to the side and this to the side. We're not going to knock this one and drop all the beads. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in my iron. So I'll be right back. Alright, so it's going to take just a little bit to heat up. Might look at some of those designs again. Let's see. This one a little bit smaller, maybe. A family member actually really liked the smaller unicorn, so I'll think about that. Like I said, the constellation is really growing on me, especially the Leo, which is the bottom right one of the black and the glow-in-the-dark beads ones. I think I can get the dragon to work. Virgo, I'm not totally happy with yet. I didn't like, and that's, sorry, on the constellations on the lower left. It was one that I wish I could get some non-straight lines with it. Yeah, I'll think about it. And like I said, I do like the bass clef. I gotta decide. And my family member was just like, oh yeah, you know, you can just use both or whatever. Because I liked the top left one of the bass clef. So we're talking top left paprika board, top left. Those are bass clefs, which are found in music. I liked the upper left one. Family member liked the bottom one with the white background. I don't know, it's growing on me. And then again, this is what they looked like before, so it's really cool to see kind of that growth with them. Dragon, I joked last week, kind of looked like a dragon with rollerblades or something. I think we look a bit more dragon-like. I actually will probably remove one of the beads next to the eye in the revised one, though, because to me he looks a little bit too much like a pterodactyl with a really triangular head. That's not really what I'm going for. So yeah. Check the iron. Yeah, it's almost warming up. I should probably get my wax paper. Where is my wax paper? Let's see. Aha, wax paper found. Actually, I think I'm gonna need some more very soon. Oh, apologies. Yeah, so this is what you use when you are... whoops. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, this is what you use to melt the perler bead. You put just this over it, and then you can melt on top of it. I think the iron is definitely ready. So I'm going to go ahead and tear some of these pieces. I just put a little bit like that, just enough to kind of cover it and have a little bit of wiggle room around it. And then, going to, usually I stand up a bit. Huh, hi there. Yeah, it's an old-fashioned iron. I really like it. And then I just kind of do this for about 10 seconds. Just so that they stick together. Okay, see, so now I can flip it over. Can get rid of this pegboard for now. Drop this pegboard, I suppose. Yeah, you can see a little bit of steam coming out. Just some excess steam from that function of it. And then I'm gonna put this one on top. And we're gonna do this more. I've actually never really done it on this TV table that much before, because that's what I'm using as my setup for this stream. It's interesting. I wish it wasn't so wiggly. I'll keep that in mind for the future. And when I'm doing this side, I usually kind of turn it around a few times and then flip it over, just so that I can get the melt about the same on both sides. I really try to get it pretty even, and so that all the beads are pretty evenly melted. Alright, okay, that's good. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is just set this to the side while I do the other one. And then by the time that I finish this other one, the one that I just did should be about cool enough to remove from the wax paper. Okay, so same thing with this one. Make sure it's in the camera. Do it for about 10 seconds, again, just to get it firmly melted with the paper. There. Alright. Oh, my apologies. Okay. Get rid of this pegboard. Just dropping things all over the place. Gonna put our other piece of wax paper here. And do the other side. Sometimes I'll do kind of a stroke like that, just to get it attached to the wax paper and so that it doesn't keep on shifting around. There, yeah, I'm really happy with the melt on that one. It's so satisfying when it just like all seems to melt evenly, and I'm like, yes, yes, that's what it needs to look like. All right, kind of check both sides. I really like that side a lot. I also do try to make sure that if it is for an earring, let me get this iron out of the way, that I use the better melted side. Obviously, like, I really try my absolute best to have both sides look really, really nice. But I will definitely be aware of that as I'm making these to make sure that the really, really nice side is facing front between the two options. So, alright, this one is still a little bit warm. You want to wait just a little bit. Sorry about that. You just want to wait just a little bit until they've kind of cooled and firmed up a little before removing them from the wax paper. And in that time, I think I might actually go ahead and make the Leo constellation. I can't stop thinking about it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So let me go ahead and pull up my reference to use. Alright, let's see, which one is it? This one! Okay, awesome. Yeah, I really like how it turned out. I really, really do. At the very least, I am absolutely going to wear them. Okay, so we're gonna do some more building. I'm gonna get this here, make sure it's on the camera. Yes. And I'm gonna grab black. Okay, so I got my black here, and I got my glow-in-the-dark beads. I don't think I have any in the shop right now that are glow-in-the-dark, so I'm really excited about this. I think there's a good chance I will add it to the shop. So the cool thing with these glow-in-the-dark beads is obviously they're glow-in-the-dark, but I'm really excited because of it being a constellation, is that with the rest of it being black, you're only going to see those little stars, just like it's at night, and I think that's going to be really, really cool. Okay, so there's 5 on the side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 on the bottom. 7 and 8. All right, and then 8 at the top. Okay. And then get this other side. Alrighty. A little bit of dust on that one. There. Okay. Alrighty. Now I have a few options. I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually do the glow-in-the-dark ones, and then I'll just fill in the rest of the black. So there's one right there. I really did my best to get the constellation and not only make it as small as possible, but to make it still fairly readable. I think it is. I think Leo was a really good constellation to do. The reason why I didn't end up doing the Big Dipper was because it just wasn't reading as well. Not only that, but it had the handle, which was super, super long, and I wanted something that would be able to kind of fit in a compact space that would work really well for an earring. I have done other perler things that haven't been earrings. I've made coasters, like drink coasters, and that was really fun. It takes a lot of perler beads, though. I will say that. But typically, I'm making earrings. I really enjoy making them, or just things that are kind of like little charms. Like I said, you can purchase these, and they're just like alone. They don't need to be on an earring or anything like that. And you can do whatever you want with them. You could even mount them yourself on something, or magnets, or just kind of to have them on your desk. They're really cute, they're really fun, I think, and I really enjoy making them. So I'm almost done. Now, the tricky thing with a design like this is that it's not going to look the same front or back. So I really need to make sure that this front is melted very, very well, because it's going to be the one I have to use. I can't just be like, oh, I have the back and stuff like that. If the front doesn't turn out perfectly. But I know I can do it. Okay, so there's one. Now I'm gonna do, oh, and I see on the stream it's actually reversed too. Maybe I can revert. I thought it was orientated correctly, but maybe it wasn't. Let me see. Yeah, okay, there we go. That gets it. Okay. There. That's helpful. Okay. Now the constellation's correct. Not reversed like that. Okay, so I'm gonna set that there. And I'm gonna grab another pegboard. And I'm gonna do this other one. Okay. So I'm gonna start with this black. And it's 5 and 8, I believe. Oh no, we lost a perler. That's okay. Alright. And like I said, usually I can do the next one a bit more quickly now that I kind of got it in my head what the rules are for it. Okay. 4, 5, and then 8 on the bottom. Five, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, that's a gray. I guess that got in with my blacks. It's like, that's not the right color. Alright. Ooh, and actually, I probably, after I finish this outline, I actually need to check the rainbows, because if you leave them in the wax paper for too long, sometimes it can stick a little bit. So I'm actually going to put this to the side again. And these over here. I'm going to check these rainbows. Oh yeah, they're definitely cool enough. Okay, so when I take this off, I try to pull from a 90-degree angle, go pretty slow. So there's one side, and you can see the marking that it left like that. And kind of same idea here. Pull slowly, and then you don't get any of that wax paper still on them. So yeah, here's the finished one. I think I like this side better of it. And then here's the second one. The nice thing about the wax paper is that you can just kind of throw it into like a fireplace or something afterwards because it's just wax paper. So that's kind of nice. Now here it did stick a little bit, and so what you can do if that happens is that you can pull from the other side, and that will typically get it so that it all comes off really nicely like that. So there. I would say overall I like this one a lot better. So I might use this one for the example, but I don't know. Maybe I'll use this one. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll use this one. I really like the melt of this one. Okay. So I'm going to put this one to the side. This one is going to be the... Oh, wait, no. This one is going to be the earring one. This one I'm going to leave so I can take pictures of it alone. Okay. So there's that one. Here's the earring one. All right. We're going to do earring stuff now. And then if there's time at the end, got about 10 minutes left that I'll kind of do this. I will finish the Leo one, or at least melt it or something like that. But we'll see. Okay. Now, what I'm looking for, not the wax paper falling, that's for sure, is my jump rings, which are over there. I see them. All right, so here's my vein of things, my container of all sorts of things. All right, so let's break this down. Okay, let's break this down. What we got in here? So these are all my jump rings. Like I said, you can tell I'm really starting to run out of these, which is why I got that extra thing. Here are the lovely earring hooks that I use, and here are the pliers that I use. I mostly use this one, and I use this one. So this one is going to be more for like cutting wire and such, so I'm not going to be using that right now. And then, as you can tell, I just have a bunch of miscellaneous bead stuff. I also have plans to do more fine jewelry type of stuff, or well, like more with like beads and metal work and stuff like that, as opposed to perler beads as well. But I'm not quite prepared yet. This is a design I might put on the shop as well. I really like it. It was kind of a Valentine's design. I have a pair. My mom has a pair. The reason why this one is in the box is because unfortunately that little perler fell off a little bit. But I can't bring myself to like throw it away. So we'll see what I do with it. I've actually made a necklace out of these. Maybe I'll perhaps next week I'll kind of show some of the stuff that I've made more with this type of stuff. I made jewelry for both my junior and senior recitals in college, and got a lot of compliments on them. They were really fun to make, and I really still like them a lot. I just wish I had more opportunities to wear them. For both of them, I made earrings and a necklace. Earring set of necklaces. Yeah. Okay, so really cool thing about this is that this is going to be how I can get the jump rings on and off. It's a really helpful little tool that you can use. All right, so looking at this, I used 2 of these. These ones are going to be the ones that can fit around the bead, and that's super important because they need to be able to go inside and then be able to close. Are these actually too big? Yeah, they are actually. My apologies. It's been a spell since I've done mounting. Okay, there we go. It's actually going to be these. All right, so I'm going to pull out 2 of those. And then if I look at this, I've got 3 of these smaller ones. So I'm going to pull out 3 of these smaller ones. I always really like to make sure and double check them for the gaps in between the rings to make sure that they are good. I mean, with almost everything, there's going to be ones that are just, they have a defect with them. So I try to my absolute best to catch that before I use them. So the reason why I use this one, not as much for this particular perler, but for some of them, I melt the holes a little bit too much so that I can't fit these jump rings inside of them. So what I really like about this is probably not the intended use, but it works, is that I actually just kind of stick it through, rotate a little, and then other side, and just so that I can get the jump ring through. Okay, so that's going to be for that. All right, and now we're gonna start with these. And you just kind of put it there, and then you can do this. I'll get that more in the camera to open it up. And some days it feels like, do I even know what I'm doing? And then other days they just seem to work really, really well. So I'll try to make sure and get this in the camera as best as I can. This part can sometimes be a little bit tricky. Like I said, sometimes I've had ones that just go right in, and they're beautiful, and they're great, and I love them. And then I've had others where it's like, well, this one I'm not even doing it on the right bead. There, okay. And sometimes I'll do it by hand. Ah, there we go. Sometimes I'll do it by hand. Sometimes I'll use the tool. It sometimes depends on the shape of the bead as well. And I'm going to close this up. There. All right. A lot of times too, I'll kind of try to rotate it so that where the jump ring connects is on the inside for more security. Okay, so I'm going to open up this one. Yeah, that one went really, really good. All right, and I'm going to put this one in. And are you going to be a difficult one? You can be difficult. No! Oh, you're going to actually be really nice. Well, thank you. Okay, and then I'm going to close this one up. There. Okay, almost there. Oh, yeah, that's good. Okay. All right, so we got those two jump rings on. Now, these ones are typically a little bit easier. They're not so thick. Now, let's see, one on each. Okay. Let's start with this one. And close it up. Come on. Oh, actually went pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna grab the second one rather. Open it up. Now close it. I'm concerned about this one because it's a little bit bent, so I'm actually going to use a different one because I don't want it to come loose. Take this one off. If it'll open. It's like, no. Oh, sorry, buddy. Okay. And then I just kind of have a one of these pockets in this where I just kind of put those defect jump rings rather. Okay. There. Let's try this one. You gonna behave a lot better. I hope so. Alright. Almost there. Yeah, no, I'm a lot happier with that one. Okay. And now I just need one last one. And for this last one, I will go ahead and attach... Where are you, earring hooks? Oh boy, where are they? I found the backs. That's not gonna help me a lot. Oh wow, they're in plain sight. Okay. And yeah, I'll actually, I need to add this to my website. They come with these earring backs too, which is really, really nice. Okay. Alright, so I'm just actually gonna get out one of these. So there's the hook. Put these back. Keep those out. Alright. Now we're gonna take this. Open it up, and then I actually go ahead and put the ring, or the hook on right now. And then I decide which side I want to be the front. I think I want this side to be the front, which means that the hook needs to be facing away from it. Like, wait, hold on. I know what I'm trying to say, and it's not quite working. Okay, so I want the earring to face, yeah, exactly, face away from the design that I want. So it needs to be like this, I believe. Other way. Apparently it's been too long. I've been doing designs and such and not as much with the making part of it. There, okay, yeah, that's the side I want. Cool. And sometimes I've like attached it and I've been like, no, I'm sure it's like that. But yeah, here we go. So here is a made earring. Just like this. And then I can go ahead and put a little back on it. Put that little ring away. Like I said, a very helpful tool. And then put that on and it's all finished. So there's the little rainbow that's gonna be added to the shop. Like I said, it's one of my absolute favorites. So there. Okay. Here's the one that I used as reference. I'm gonna put these away now. And I think I'm just gonna quickly finish doing these constellations. Well, I'll just finish doing the making of it, and that will be kind of calling it a day. So thank you so much if you listened or watched. I'll just be finishing this up, and next week I don't have any plans to do a Perler stream or really any stream. One moment. But in the future, I may do something different. I have thoughts to perhaps do an art stream working on one of my comics that I will be getting ready to publish. But I'm not quite at that stage yet, because I need to do some more prep work, i.e. scripting. So it's for Pen and Book, which is the comic that I finished recently. It's up on my website as well as a part of it is up on Webtoons. I will be finishing uploading it on Webtoons, but I'll also be, and this is what I'll be working on, rebooting the beginning of it, because I'm just not quite satisfied with it, and I changed from doing it digitally, or at least partially digitally, to doing it completely traditionally. And so when I publish it, I really want all the comics to be consistent. So I'm currently re-scripting, or I will be, I'm not at this very moment. I'll be scripting the new beginning, and that's what I'll be working on. But like I said, no stream next Thursday, unless I come up with something, or maybe I do more Perlers, but hopefully I'll be done with Perlers for the month to be added to the shop by then. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll do something else. But at this point, there likely won't be. But once I do finish that script, I may, no for sure yet, may script progress in drawing it. So we shall see. We shall see. But first I got a script. Okay, so that's my constellation for Leo. And that will be it. I will probably be ironing this off stream and finishing it up as well. And yeah, again, thank you so much for tuning in if you did. And next Perler stream will actually be next month. That'll be May, and it'll be the first Thursday in May, where I will be working on coming up with some new designs. So, thank you so much. Have a lovely day, and see you in the next one. Bye.